Hello guys, and welcome to More About Tech. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do something with your Samsung Galaxy phone that you most likely did not know was even a feature. I've found many uses for it already, and I'll get into those next. But with just a few wires you most likely already have and a small adapter, you can actually turn your phone into a full desktop experience. You can do various things with this, such as remote desktop into Windows machines, play offline videos onto a large TV without the internet, and just browse the internet using Google Chrome or some other browser. Let's jump right into it. Here you see I have the adapter that goes from USB-C to HDMI, USB-C, and USB 3.0. This right here is the charger for the device. You can use it without it, but it only does screen mirroring if you don't have a charger in it. However, you can buy a smaller device, I'll link below, that I've heard that you don't have to have a charger, but it doesn't have a USB port. So I went with the one, even though it took an extra wire, I didn't have to, I could have a USB port. It's very simple to use. You plug in your HDMI, you plug in your power, and here I have a wireless keyboard and mouse. I'm thinking about getting a Bluetooth one so I don't have to use up a USB port. Just plug that in, and then you plug it into your phone, and your phone will beep, and Samsung DeX will automatically pop up on here. It's now at the lock screen, and you have to unlock it from your phone in order to unlock the computer. Now we are at the Samsung DeX home screen. There's different things that you can do here. One, you can use your phone as a touchpad, and you can actually move the mouse on the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but you can move the mouse on the screen using this. However, I have a mouse. I'm just going to use that. Here's your regular desktop. One problem that I do have with this is almost every monitor that I use this with, it's off, cuts it off a little bit. I have to go into the settings of the TV and make it shrink. However, this is just a little cheap one, and it does not support that feature. But I've only tried with TVs. I think monitors auto adjust automatically, so that's probably my problem. Also, I have this adapter, but I'm buying another one that's got two USB ports, and I'm hoping that it automatically adjusts better and doesn't require all these adjustments in order to get it to work. Here you see I have Chrome pulled up. If I you can maximize this, but if I do, then because of my orientation, I lose that button, so I just like to drag. Not all apps work well with this, especially ones that are forced you to be up and down like Instagram, but a lot of apps are increasing. I noticed the Outlook app just the other day had a feature where they updated it for Samsung DeX to work better. So more apps are starting to take notice of the Samsung Galaxy DeX feature. Here you can see I've got my different emails, and I can click on them, I can reply, I can create a new email. Let me type with my keyboard. As you notice, the keyboard came up. One issue that I had was I had a physical keyboard, but I didn't have it plugged in, but I did have this. Well, Samsung thinks that a keyboard is still plugged in, so I went to settings and told the keyboard, the on-screen keyboard, to come up even if a physical keyboard is plugged in. So I'll just turn that off for now because I do have a physical keyboard plugged in now. And as you notice, the keyboard doesn't come up. But you don't even have to have a keyboard, and really you can even use the phone itself as a mouse. So you don't technically have to have that, but it definitely makes it a lot easier. So I'll just hit the back button here and it brings you back home. One thing that I really like about Samsung DeX is I can remote right into a Windows machine and use my mouse and keyboard and be able to manage. You can't see because of the screen, but there's remote desktop down here, and you can do you can remote right into a Windows machine and manage them, and you don't, if you're in a work environment and you forgot your laptop at home or something, or you're at home, you can just remote right into a Windows machine, and it's just like running an actual Windows machine here. The only thing that's a little wonky is whenever your screen is messed up like mine, it's off orientation, you kind of lose your menu up here and you have to just kind of guess where to click. We can minimize windows just like you can right here, and you see it's right where we were left off at. You can manage all of your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, LTE, and everything right here just like you was on your phone. You can connect to Wi-Fi, airplane mode, whatever. Check your signal, check your battery life, open your calendar. There's a lot of features that you can do with this, and there's some Excel and Word works perfect with this. It's actually one of the features that they did updates on was just for Samsung DeX. All of your notifications that you get on your phone will pop up here, such as a new email or text, and you're able to respond to them within Samsung DeX. I've yet to really attempt to play any games on here. I don't think they would work very well, but there may be some that is meant for mouse and keyboard that would work. As you know, the Samsung phones are very powerful when it comes to games, so it may work very well if they work with the mouse and keyboard. You can pin shortcuts to taskbar. You can put icons on your desktop for easy access. You can access your picture gallery. You can change your background. There's a lot of features available in this, and it's something that Samsung is continuing to work on. I know in the newer S10s and Note 10s, they're going to have more features for Samsung DeX. I think you can actually, I'm not sure, but I believe you can use these without the power now in the new phones, but I don't have a new phone to try it. I am just working with the Samsung Note 9, by the way. Samsung does also have OEM version of Samsung DeX devices. They say work a lot better. I can tell you, I've tried my Dell laptop docking station and it didn't work properly with it, but it did allow Ethernet pass-through, so my phone actually switched from Wi-Fi to Ethernet when I did that. So you would be able to plug it up to Ethernet because the official Samsung DeX adapters work with Ethernet and has an Ethernet port in it, but those are, to my understanding, around $150. I will put a link to everything that I have and the ones that I'm purchasing. I will also put a comment below on how the new one that I ordered worked when I get that in and test it. Like I say, just leave a comment on things that you find would be useful to work with Samsung DeX, and thanks for watching. I hope you found this video useful. To me, I've already found plenty of uses for it like I demonstrated. It's very easy to do, doesn't cost a whole lot, and you never know when you might need a computer sitting around. I've put the link in the description below where you can purchase the adapter that I used as well as the other adapter that I've showed, depending on your use. If you found this video useful, I ask you to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe for future videos like this, and just let me know in the comments below what you might use this for, because I'm sure there's plenty of things that you can use it for that I left out.